I'm Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel. And today I want to talk about a Dallas Cowboy Cheerleader Broadway musical. Okay, so hear me out. I have once again been roped into my guilty pleasure, the docuseries on Netflix about the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. It is in its 3rd season, and yes, I have succumbed to watching it. I got roped in on season 1, I watched it season 2, and now I'm watching season 3. I'm only about in the 3rd or 4th episode, but hear me out. This is not my idea. I am not pushing for a Dallas Cowboy Cheerleader Broadway musical at all. I can't even envision what that would look like, but apparently this has gained a lot of notoriety. This docuseries has gained a lot of fame. The girls, they were already famous. I mean, I grew up in Texas. The Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders have always been known. They've always been famous. This series especially has like pushed them to another level, their fame. And so Kelly Finglass and Judy Trammell, who head up the whole thing, who are in charge of casting the girls and honing in on their, you know, their look and performances and casting the girls and their image and everything. In this season, Kelly Finglass, now they're not just like performing in the stadium. They actually like booked a tour for them. They were doing stage performances, and she said, I don't know if she was serious or not, but she said her dream one day was to see them like do a Broadway musical with the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. Now, I don't know if she meant like about them or actually the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders themselves be in a Broadway musical, you know, portraying themselves, or I don't know how that would work. I really don't. But this is why I'm talking about this show, because I am all about musical theater on this channel. And when she mentioned that, all kind of ideas popped into my head, and I thought, how would that work? I mean, they are a cheer squad. They're used to performing in a huge stadium. Yes, they've done now a few performances on stage, and it looked sort of more like a dance recital kind of thing because they performed in groups. Then some of them did duets and solos, and it didn't look much like a theatrical kind of thing, but it piqued my curiosity. And when she said that she one day, that was her big dream, to do a Broadway musical with them, I thought, that's intriguing. I don't know what that would be. I don't know what she's picturing. So a couple things. When I first started watching this, I think I got roped into the whole process of being a Dallas Cowboy Cheerleader because I never really gave 2 thoughts about it. But when I started watching it, I was intrigued by the dance auditions, the camp they send them to like pare them down and really train them. Even the veterans have to re-audition, and it's very similar to the Rockettes in the Radio City music hall, where even if you've been there for the whole season, even if you've been a veteran for several years, every year you have to come back, re-audition, go to a training camp, you know, help the rookies. You may get cut and a rookie takes your place. I mean, it's a strenuous process. So same here, you know, you come back, it's all like a fresh slate. Everybody goes through the process, and then they decide on the squad in the end. I do think they hold, like, even though they make the veterans re-audition, I think they like pretty much hold all their spots, and then they're looking, at least this season, like holding spots for 6 new rookies, so to add to the team. Yeah. So like I say, I'm only on like the 3rd or 4th episode. I haven't watched the whole way through. There's, you know, new ones they're keeping their eye on that they like, dance styles that they like, looks that they like. Of course, it's very much all about the look. There's one, Savannah, that they really like. They're calling her a little firecracker. She's definitely got the moves, the dance, the presence, but they're saying I don't know, she might be too short, she might be too short. And they're saying she's too short because she's only 5'3", and they're saying, you know, we need tall girls. We need tall girls to take up the space because it's such a big stadium we play to, and they need to kind of fill up their space when they dance. And there's another girl already on the team, a veteran, who's like 5'4". And I'm thinking, that's only an inch difference. I mean, and this girl does dance big. I mean, she's really cute and she's got a lot of energy. They say there's no height requirement for the cheerleaders, unlike the Rockettes, who they do have a height requirement. You have to be minimum 5'5" and a half. So, but I don't know. I mean, I hear those comments. I'm like, yeah, that was always one of my things in musical theater. You know, I lost a lot of parts because I'm too short. I'm only 5 feet. And they were like, sorry, you know, your height, we're kind of looking for a girl, you know, a girl with longer legs and kind of the showgirl type. And I'm sorry, you just not making this cut. But there were shows I was right for. So, you know, that's show business. But, and then I found it interesting that there's a couple of girls right now. I mean, no spoiler alerts. I mean, maybe if you haven't gotten to episode 3 or 4, there's a couple of girls that have true training background in shows, musicals, that are really well-trained dancers. But they liked them at first, but now they're not so sure about, because while they're really well-trained dancers, they're not picking up the style of this. It's a very different style, this sort of cheer squad style, very harsh, very, you know, it's just different. And they're saying, yeah, they're not picking it up fast enough. And it's just the trained, controlled style of like a musical theater or a theater dancer is just not reading right for cheer, and it's not reading right for like a stadium where they have to play up to a bigger stadium. And I find that interesting, which is also a little contradictory, because if you envision them one day in the theater or on Broadway, then that's not playing to a huge stadium crowd. You would have to kind of hone them back in. You know, that is professional sort of musical theater or theater crowd. That's not stadium crowd. So, I don't know. They do audition them. They do have a strenuous audition process where they do look for good dancers, great dancers, trained dancers. So, I don't know, some of it I find a little bit like, well, do you want the really good trained dancer, which some of them really are, but some of them also have a background in like collegiate cheering, dance squad kind of things? Or do you want the more, you know, balletically trained, theater trained kind of dancing? Maybe it's a hybrid of the two. I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see how this season plays out. Which ones get cut, which ones make the team, the look, the this, the that. But the comment about wanting a Broadway musical about the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, that got me. That got me even more interested in this team this year. So anyway, if you're not watching the docuseries and you find all of that really intriguing about dancing and audition and, you know, kind of just another aspect of show business, it's entertainment. It's still another aspect of show business. You might want to watch it. It's fun. It's light. It's like if you've got nothing else to kind of occupy you right now and you want to just kind of let your mind float, watch it. Give it a gander. All right, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.